What's up, guys? Ben here, and today I'm going to be breaking down how my client Aman went from being an NPC with no confidence, no drive, no discipline to becoming the main character of his life by quitting porn and masturbation within 90 days. So, before working together with Aman, he came to me and said he was struggling with his confidence. He was struggling socially, struggling with women. He lacked discipline. His business was failing. His health was falling apart, and he lacked a sense of direction and purpose. After working together and implementing what we're going to speak about on this video, he was able to become his most confident self, attracting more women to his life and stepping into his leadership as a man. Now, before working together, Aman was struggling with his addiction, okay? But prior to that, he actually did have some success with NoFap and semen retention. He managed to hit 90 days, and in that time period, he started to experience the benefits of it, right? He started to feel more confident, he started to feel more energy, he had more drive, but something went wrong and he fell off the wagon and he wasn't able to get back onto it, right? And that's why he reached out to me. But there was one fatal flaw and one key reason why he wasn't able to get that streak going again. And that will be revealed in this video. But he knew he had potential, right? A man knew he had more to give to life. He knew that, this needed to go for him to become his best self, and something needed to change. And that's where we implemented the SRM blueprint. Now, the thing is, guys come to me and they ask me this question, like, Ben, what can I do? How can I change my mindset? What do I need to do to overcome this? And the one thing they're missing is that they aren't tapping into this pillar right here, which is the most important pillar of all of this, the process of overcoming porn and masturbation, right? It is your purpose. And the reason for that is because when it comes down to creating change, when it comes down to becoming the best version of yourself, we can work on skills and capabilities, we can work on behaviors, we can work on environment, but until we have a strong and clear sense of purpose, we just can't tap into the highest version of ourselves, right? When we have a clear and strong sense of purpose, automatically our identity, our value system, our beliefs, our behaviors change in order to fulfill that purpose. And the problem is, what most guys are doing is they're trying to fix everything from this bottom portion, which is less powerful in creating change in your life. So they're focused on the mindset, they're focused on the skills, they're focused on changing their environment, but it's just not enough to create that long-lasting change. And this was the exact problem that Aman was facing, right? But we did implement the mindset. The mindset is still incredibly important. So one of the things we worked on with Aman was the mountain mindset, changing his relationship with this whole process, with this whole journey. Many times he would relapse and he would feel like he's restarting, he's failed. In actuality, there's a whole different process that you go through that, if you do make a mistake, it doesn't mean that you've completely failed on this journey. So that's something we implemented for Aman, and that saw him a lot of positive success in his mindset. Not only that, we worked on identifying, preventing lust, right? Changing his relationship to the thoughts coming into his head and the thoughts that are coming from within himself that are drawing him back to relapse. Once you can understand and you know exactly how to essentially cut off these lustful thoughts that are coming into your head, you're able to essentially beat this addiction. You're able to cut it off before it has a chance to fully manifest. So that's another thing we implemented for Aman that massively helped him. But the most important thing that we implemented for Aman, which got him the long-lasting results that he's finally achieved, was getting super clear, getting that clarity and putting his energy into his bigger purpose. Simply focus on purpose, and we make the purpose the biggest priority when it comes to doing NoFap and semen retention within our life. As a byproduct, we will simply become, our identity will shift, our value system will shift, our abilities will shift as a result, because we have put that purpose at the forefront. And in order for you to fulfill that purpose, you just simply can't be operating from a place of watching adult content, living in this low vibration, and basically not being your best self, okay? And that is why purpose is so powerful. As I've mentioned, it is the most potent thing when it comes to the logical levels, which is something that's been created. You can see that purpose is at the top here, and that is because when you have a strong sense of purpose, that yields the most results when it comes, when it comes to getting results in life, in anything. And as a result of us working on this together with Aman, his business, his fitness, his life completely 10x in a very, very short period of time. And it continues to do so to this day. I'm still in contact with Aman. I'm actually a good friend of Aman now. And, you know, everything's just getting better and better and better. He mentioned, you know, before, he says that it's 100% worth it, okay? It's not just the positive results you get, but within those 6 months beforehand, he was struggling with his business, he was struggling socially, he didn't feel connected to his masculinity, right? He felt like something was missing in his life. And he's but said that having a mentor come in and help him was crucial for his growth. Prior, he was in that vicious cycle. You know, he was trying to recreate those 90 days of success he had in the past, but he just couldn't do it. But once we implemented the purpose, once we tapped into that, and we added in those mindset principles, and we added in the accountability, Aman was able to master no-fap and semen retention for good, for life. And now he has that clear purpose, he has that clear vision, he's executing daily, and his health is business, and he's even now taking on the leadership role. He's got his own company, he's managing his employees, pursuing his goals, multiplying his income, his confidence gone through the roof, and he's fulfilling his purpose, and embodying his role as a leader. So yeah, so within 6 weeks, we were able to achieve that with Aman and letting go of his addiction for good. And as I mentioned before, he's managed to permanently overcome this, right? He's more confident with women. He has an increased sense of masculinity. His health, wealth, relationships have skyrocketed, and he feels that deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment within his life. And his self-discipline and his standard for himself has elevated dramatically because of the commitment he made. So with that being said, guys, Aman implemented these principles of the SRM blueprint, right? One of the main key things was the mindset, okay? It's all well and good having a purpose, but you do need the skills, you do need the tools in order to know how to overcome this. But the most important thing was having that sense of purpose, right? And that was what allowed him to transcend the need for these coping mechanisms within his life. And, this is what is included within the pillars of SRM blueprint, okay? So with that being said, guys, when it comes down to it, if you're someone who feels like they don't have that sense of purpose, right? You don't know what it is exactly you need to be doing within your life. And you know that, this habit is lingering, you're in this low state, you keep relapsing, you keep falling into temptation, okay? And yeah, you don't know what your sense of purpose is, and you know that is what you need in order to solve this problem. Well, that's one phase of it. And if so, listen up. But also, in many cases, a lot of guys actually do know what their purpose is. They know what they should be doing. They have a very, very clear purpose, but they simply don't have the correct identity. They don't have the right values. They don't have the skills and the capabilities to fill that. They're slipping into bad habits. They're slipping into relapse, right? Their environment is holding them back. So in order to fulfill that purpose, or to find that purpose, that is something I would love to help you with, okay? So if you're a guy watching this right now, and you're struggling with porn, you're struggling with masturbation, it's holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself, then what I can offer you guys is a free 15-minute clarity call where we're going to jump on a call together, and we're going to go into your life, look at your situation, and we're going to identify how we can actually find that sense of purpose, what needs to change in order for you to acquire and develop that purpose within your life, or relook at what your purpose is and what it is exactly that's holding you back from fulfilling it. So when we can tap into that purpose and when we can find it, automatically this problem that you may have of porn and masturbation will give itself up if we also incorporate the principles of the SRM blueprint, okay? So if that's you and you want to have that 15-minute free call with me, it's completely free. I would love to speak with you. There is a link in the description of this video where you can go and book a call. So if that's you, please go and do that. Thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to speaking with you.